Recent reports of an 11-year-old girl who was impregnated by her father and a 12-year-old boy who was stripped and placed in a dog kennel have once again reminded the public of the serious problem of child abuse in this country. In our quest to get a better understanding of the issue and how incidents of this nature can be prevented, we spoke to psychologist Marcia Tapin-Boxall. Mrs. Tapin-Boxall says the proliferation of abusive acts towards children is a symptom of a much bigger societal problem. People who are afraid to confront their own issues.
The belief in our culture is rampant that if we don't deal with it, we'll be okay. If you just turn a blind eye, you'll be fine. And that belief system perpetrates a sense in which we now have a lot of people walking around with unresolved issues. And you'll probably wonder why they behaving this way, why they behaving that way. But when we sit down one-on-one with them, we understand why they have difficulty in marriage, difficulty with relationships, difficulty with child and parent.
That's why the Trinidad and Tobago Association of Psychologists has approached the government in a bid to make therapy more easily accessible to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Mrs. Tapin-Boxall is a member and past president of the association, and she says there are thousands of people who urgently need counselling to help them overcome trauma and abuse.
What may appear to us that the child is doing quite well, because we're good at keeping that facade and keeping that impression that all is well. But inside, we do not see the wounds of the person. So they're moving about, trying to achieve, but on the inside, there's a lot of unresolved hurt and pain. And as a result, you'll find the effects of that abuse will continue on even until adulthood. And you'll see them probably manifesting in ways where they become abusive.
Without therapy, people who are hurting are likely to hurt others, and the vicious cycle of abuse continues.
The effect on the child comes across in their self-esteem, their self-worth, how they feel about themselves also. There are physical effects, there are emotional effects, there's psychological effects. In a sense, what it does, it actually reduces the human being, right, that meaning the child, from a place of where they could grow to their fullest potential to actually causing them to underachieve, and worse, they can become now perpetrators of crime, which is a problem for us. But this is what we see happening on a regular basis.
The Trinidad and Tobago Association of Psychologists is also working hard to establish mandatory trauma therapy, just as medical trauma care is provided in this country. For CNC3, I'm Golda Lee Bruce.